Uh, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Here, am I audible? I should be audible, right? Okay, let me share screen now. So, good part of the day, everyone. First of all, I hope you guys doing well, and welcome to our session. In 1 minute, we're gonna start. Let's wait for 1 minute so that some students can join. Give me my phone. It's finished. So hello everyone. So first of all, let me introduce yourself. I'm Javokhir. I am a Samarkand Presidential School graduate, a class of 25, which means I graduated last year. And I'm a freshman at the UIC called UIC Yonsei University with full tuition scholarship. I'm a class of 29, and I'm your mentor with the help of Unlock. And let's continue. So here you can see a short quote from me. So seize every door that opens before you and use it as an opportunity. So you will not look back with regret. So this means that it means throughout your application process, whatever comes out in your way, just use it, utilize it, so that you will not regret in the future. It can be any other summer program, winter program, internship jobs, or research programs, university, for example, university applications. For example, if you're applying like right after finishing, for example, regular decision deadlines, you still have so much time to apply to other universities, excluding United States and, for example, Canada. And here you can see a little picture. It's a picture from Yonko Games. It's a Yonsei versus Korea University. Every year we compete with that university in 5 types of sports, including football, basketball, rugby, and others. And yeah, continue. So let's talk about application process for the Yonsei University. Specifically, Underwood International College, UIC, shortly UIC. I will refer to this as UIC. So UIC, you can apply to Yonsei University UIC through Common App or through their website. And the university requires your application, first of all, right? And then your high school transcripts, your English test, or it can IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo, all of these work. And if you have SAT or ACT, it's actually optional. But if you have those, you will have higher privilege than others who don't have those kind of standardized tests. And there's a special thing about Yonsei, which is interviews. Every participant, every applicant should undergo interview stage. When you apply to the university, you're gonna receive the invitation. And there is 2 interview types. First one is sample interview. If you don't participate in the sample interview, your actual interview will be canceled. So when you will apply to Yonsei UIC, please consider this fact. And another thing which is really rare for universities nowadays, because Yonsei UIC requires students to send their actual hard copy of their Common App application, their documents, their SATs, their transcripts, their certificates, their, for example, extracurricular proofs or honors by mail. What I mean by mail is through the pochta. And you have to send them right after submitting your application. For the we're gonna discuss the admission deadlines for fall semester later on in this presentation. But just consider and remember that you have to mail your documents to Korea, to the main campus in the Sinchon, in the Seoul. And interview preparation, and this is a really special thing for Yonsei UIC, because I think, in my opinion, this is what decides which student gets the scholarship or which student doesn't get the scholarship. So the format is online. At maximum, the interview duration will be 12 minutes, or maximum, like in a really rare cases, it's going to be 15 minutes. And the goal, as I told you, first of all, to decide whether to give the scholarship or not, or to understand you. And it's not to test you, but just to have a casual talk with you between the admission officer and and you, the student. And I would suggest you to be conversational and positive during that interview when you will apply, for sure. And yeah, here you can see admission deadlines and Common App as supplemental question essay. So first of all, let's talk about admission deadlines. So here you can see admission round. For first round, it's spring, and second round, fall. And the spring deadlines are already passed, and I think that soon they're gonna determine, like, give the actual dates for fall semesters. So online application period, and for the fall semester, please expect the application period to be around April, a maximum. It's first week of April. So deadline is going to be first week of April. And your document submission deadline, as I told you before, you have to mail your documents, and there is also another, like, separate document submission deadline for your documents too. So for example, let's assume that your application deadline is 4th of April, and your document submission deadline is going to be on 11th of April. So they're going to give you extra 1 week to submit your actual hard copy of your documents to the main campus. So when so remember that when you're going to apply for Yonsei UIC, try to use the pochta service, mailing service, which is fast and accurate. Even though it's little expensive, it might have little how to say, difference by other ordinary mailing services, but it's going to make sure that your documents will be received in the Sinchon campus at the right time. So the next stage is interview, and your interview also will be determined by the admission officers. And personally, I had my interview on 5th of June or 7th of June. Then 1 week after, my admission notification came. So if they're gonna give you admission notification, your interview will be 1 week before that deadline. So I guess yeah, I explained the admission deadlines part. So if you have any questions related to these, you can leave those questions in the chat later on. So there's a question and answer section too. And in Common App, there is one supplemental question essay that UIC requires all students, all applicants to write. So here you can see, I will read it for you. Underwood International College is an all-English liberal arts college within a major Korean university. What makes you a suitable fit for the UIC, and what have you done to prepare for a rigorous liberal arts education? How do you plan to achieve your future goals at UIC and beyond? You can find this essay on Common App in the Common App and also in their website too. So this is basically a why us essay, and for this, for example, I think the word count limit was 250 words as far as I remember. So for that essay, I would suggest to focus on focus on yourself as well as on the UIT. Like since it's a why us essay, supplemental essay, 50% focus on yourself and 50% focus on the college itself. So for yourself, like for the first part, you can talk about your passion, talk about your, for example, choice of major, or talk about your background, so that you can show some show some side, show your side, or for example your fit to UIC. And on the second part, you can talk about UIC's majors, UIC's, for example, specific clubs, specific how to say, specific professors that are you are willing to take when you will get accepted and start your freshman year in the UIC. And to find those information, I would suggest you to spend lots of time on researching part, because UIC and Yonsei University's websites, and like every single university's website, will have those kind of information related to your academic curriculum, like social life and those stuff. You just have to go and dig information so that you can collect adequate amount of information that's considered as much as unique as possible, because you don't want to write about the topic, or for example, let's say a club. You don't want to write about a club that's like, I would say, available for everyone. You need to show some unique sites. To show that, you have to research, you have to dig more information that others cannot find. In that way, you can be unique. And yeah, that's like pretty simple pretty simple tips for this supplemental question essay. And let's continue. And yeah, here you can see some pictures since I started my freshman year in the university, in the college. And let's continue. So let's stop bragging about this university and start talk about some serious stuff. So why you are here? First of all, you want to get some information for your application, and as well as get some tips to apply to universities. Yeah, right. And till that moment, you might have been like, for example, you have applied to early decision 1 or early action, or you are still a 10th grader or 9th grader who will apply starting from the next year. And for this, for you guys, I have some advices. So here you can see the mistakes you have been doing, like since start of, for example, your high school. You might have been focusing too much on your SAT, IELTS, for example, A levels, let's assume. And I think that's little, like, yeah, it's good that you will have some at least above average SAT scores, IELTS scores, but during that period, so many students I have seen so many students like ignoring their application and your extracurricular parts, their honors sections and those stuff. And that's a really huge mistake, because at the end of the day, their extracurriculars, their personal statement, and their honors, their application as whole, it will be considered by admission officers. And if you focus too much on your SAT, you might not able to strengthen your application as whole. And you might be still thinking you have time, For example, let's assume that, for example, you are taking your, for example, you have taken your SAT exam in November, and you have some time. Like, let's assume you have 1 month, for example, to prepare your application. But I don't want to scare you, but that's actually not right, because, for example, if you just focus on your SAT and not your, for example, during the period that you have been studying for SAT, if you didn't focus on, like, you didn't do anything related to your extracurriculars, or you haven't started your personal statements, I would say that in 1 month it's really hard to have a really solid personal statement which is unique. And that's wrong if you are still thinking that you have time. It's not late. Also, you can start from now on, from like right after from this session. After the sessions, you can just work on your first personal statement draft, or then like edit a little bit and show it to your mentors, your teachers, your English teacher, or to your friend. It works because they are the ones who will observe, who will read your personal statement from another perspective, and that's what you need actually. In that way, you can find your problems, for example, grammar problems, your word choice problems, or idea, like your idea can be actually the problem in your statement. It might be too cliche. It might be, for example, I've seen some essays, how to say, focusing on too many emotions, too many aspects, or like too many like parts of the students. What do you, for example, one essay can focus on leadership. One essay, like the same essay in that same essay, admission, for example, as how to say, the they might have other ideas too. For example, communication, those ideas. Actually, you need to focus on one idea and like develop the story. For example, your story, your background, your personal story on that specific idea. And that's what I did like back then a year ago. And another mistake you have been doing might be that you are too shy to approach mentors and use the free resources that some institutions like Unlock or some YouTube channels are giving to you. Don't miss those free resources, because without paying, it's really good to have those kind of resources for your application. And as a result of these mistakes, your weak sides in your applications are your personal statements, which is considered to be one of the most important part of your application process, and your extracurriculars it's the part that where you can show your impact and your, for example, your time, like when you have been spending your time productively, or like in a way that how to say, suitable for you. And honors, where you can show some national awards or those stuff. If you don't have those, and these mistakes can lead to have like really not strong, like weak honors. And supplemental questions, and also there's so many students miss like this part, because they think that supplemental questions just supplemental, it's optional, they might not even write this essay. But universities and admission officers really value the supplemental essays which are unique. For example, what I mean by unique is a student should show that they have been doing the research about the university like for a long time. For example, in my supplemental question for the UIC Yonsei, I wrote about the same activity, or the same like a part of club that I was going to do like after starting my freshman year, and here after coming here. And that's what I'm doing actually. Like I did that club, I'm participating in those activities, and like socializing actually with that project that I have wrote a year ago in my personal state, in my supplemental question or essay. And students actually should do the same, and they should show like they have the intention and interest to study in that specific university. And also, another weak side can be your whole Common App application and, for example, CSS profile. If you focus too much on your SAT and IELTS, you might even like ignore your CSS profiles for some specific universities. Like after applying, you have to, since we are from Central Asia, since we are from Uzbekistan, we need international like financial aid. And to apply for financial aid, we have to fill out those CSS profiles, those personal information, and those documents. And it's really, I would say, it's not easy. It's not easy work. So students should start this CSS profile and Common App application, those filling out parts like early from, for example, let's say from November. Like let's say that from now on. And let's continue. So what can you do about it now? My first suggestion is like try your best and apply to universities until like for the regular decision and early decision too. And also don't stop digging for opportunities after January. For example, let's say 15th of January is the last deadline for your college list, and your aim is really to study abroad. For example, except Uzbekistan, you want to study abroad. And for that, I would suggest to dig some information and search some universities that has deadlines. For example, let's say around February and March. Yeah, the third point is actually the point I'm referring to. Many universities excluding, not excluding, sorry, it's my typo mistake. So many universities, excluding the United States, still have deadlines around February and March. And that's actually true. And after applying to universities in regular decision period, in early decision 2 period, don't just stop. If you really want to go abroad and study, there's actually some universities in Australia, in Korea, in Japan, in China. Let's say there are some universities in Europe that have deadlines after January, and you have to find those universities, because no one will do the like researching part, no one will do that part, college list part for you instead of you. That's why you have to have your own research, and for example, let's say you will collect those information and put them in one like Google Excel document, and that will be helpful for you in the future. And why unlock here then? And that's really a good question. Big Unlock is here to provide you guys, students, with individualized admission programs. And there are so many mentors from different parts of the world. So there are mentors from China, there are mentors from the United States, there are mentors from different part of the world, like from different universities, and that's what make Unlock really unique and prestigious, because they have really good resources from different parts of the world, as I told you. And also they have this really good experienced management and organization team, and they will help you to, for example, form and structure your application in a way that at least I would say strengthen your application and have higher chance in the future. And yeah, that was really quick presentation, and it's a question and answers section, Q&A part. If you have questions, leave it in the chat. Leave in the chat so I can answer. If you have any questions, leave it in the chat in the unlock. Okay. So can you tell something about your roommates, please? So my roommates are, I have two other roommates. We are three students in one room, and one is Korean and one is Malaysian. And we are really good. They are friendly, they are kind. Whenever I face some problems, I just openly ask them to help. And yeah, activities are important. Yeah, that's true. All right. What was your stats and the theme of your essay plus scholarship value? Thanks. So my stats were not that pathologue stats, but my IELTS was 7 and my SAT was 1460. But instead, like, that's what I got at the end of, like, in the middle of December, and I had no choice but accept what I got and focused on strengthening my SAT, like my extracurriculars and my supplemental questions and personal statements. And my theme of my essay, I think you're referring to personal statements by this. And my theme of my essay was never losing faith, and never losing faith and never giving up. So can you tell about your extracurricular activities? So since I was majoring in business administration, in finance, and like marketing related stuff, my first three activities were really important because first one was non-profit organization that we found related to marketing. The second was internship in a highly prestigious like accounting, private accounting business, and the third one was related to leadership. And the other activities that I have done were my hobbies, volunteering activities, and some clubs that I have participated in. And are you single? Asking for a friend. What the hell? Let's skip this question. SAT va IELTS necha kerak grantga va qanday aktivitelar qilish mumkin? SAT va IELTS qanchalik baland bo'lsa, sizga shunchalik yaxshi. O'zbek tilida savol bo'lgancha o'zbek tilida davom etyapman. Qanchalik SAT va IELTS baland bo'lsa, sizga shuncha foydali bo'ladi admission processda. At least minimum nima desa bo'ladi? Minimum standart beradigan bo'lsam, IELTS kamida 7, SAT esa 1450 dan past bo'lmasligi kerak, maslahatim. O'shandagina misol uchun siz qolganlardan sal ko'proq shansingiz bo'lishi mumkin. Siz academic excellence ni ko'rsatishingiz kerak o'sha standardized testlaringiz orqali va o'sha IELTS 7 va 1450 dan kam bo'lmasa skorlaringiz sizda shans bo'lishi mumkin. Va qanday aktivitelar qilish mumkin? Endi aktivitelaringiz misol uchun 10 ta aktivitini birdan oxirgi yilda, yarim yilni ichida, aynan universitet topshirayotgan vaqtida qila olmaysiz. O'shaning uchun o'sha oxirgi 3 yilda, 4 yilda, misol uchun 2 yilda, at least 2 yilda qilib kelayotgan aktivitelaringizni yozsangiz bo'ladi bemalol. Va aktivitelaringiz, misol uchun siz qanaqadir majorda davom etmoqchi bo'lsangiz, shu qanaqadir majorda o'qimoqchi bo'lsangiz, o'sha universitetda o'sha majoringizga taalluqli kamida bitta yoki ikkita activity related activity bo'lishini maslahat berardim. Chunki o'shandagina siz o'sha majorda o'qishingizni va o'sha majorda qanaqadir natijaga erishib, o'sha majorni ustida ishlamoqchi ekanligingizni ko'rsatib bera olasiz. Va o'sha ikkita, misol bitta ikkita aktivitadan tashqari siz o'zingizni hobbilaringiz, o'zingizni misol uchun vaqtingizni misol uchun nimaga sarflaganingizni, productively nimaga sarflaganingizni ko'rsatib beradigan aktivitelarni include qilsangiz bo'ladi. Shuningdek, qanaqadir oddiy klublar, volontyorliklar, bemalol those activities work. And what about deadlines? I didn't get the question. Do APs hold the same value for Yonsei as A levels? Yonsei, for example, starting, let's say that you applied for like Yonsei UIC with APs, and do APs hold the same value for Yonsei? I would say yes, yeah, because both of them are really important. And I'm not sure like in what way admission officers value them, but if you have like any of these, either like AP exam or A level exam, like those scores, it's really good to have, because in that way you can show your academic excellence. Is European universities ask for the essays or extra activities va aktivitelarni adilab yozsak bo'ladimi? First of all, aldash haqida gapiradigan bo'lsak, don't lie in your application at all. You can exaggerate some numbers, you can exaggerate some like qualities a little bit in your application, but I wouldn't suggest to lie at some point in your application, because when they will find out, like let's say you finished your freshman year, sophomore, like you're finished your junior year and you're about to graduate to university, but they found out about your lie in your application, and at that point they are going to cancel your whole like 4-year degree, like studies and those stuff. Like they're gonna cancel. There's no joke about it. If you include a lie and they're gonna find out about that lie, they will just cancel your acceptance and those stuff. Where did I go? I couldn't find information about whether there is a computer science major. Do you know about it? Plus, how hard is it to study there? Like studying 12 hours. Like no need to study 12 hours a day here, but there are actually midterm exams, final exams, like as in every university. So you have to be prepared for them. It actually depends on you, like it depends on a student, like on how many hours they are going to study. But you have to master the course and the materials actually. And talking about computer science major, there are some computer science related majors, like some nanoconvergence and like ICD majors. If you let me share my screen so that you can follow me. Yonsei. Okay. I guess my screen is visible. Let's say Yonsei UIC portal. And if you search Yonsei UIC website, and you will get this, I guess everything is visible. Yeah, you will get this this page, and if you go to majors and curriculum, you will see 3 divisions: Underwood division, humanities, arts and social science division, and integrated science and engineering division. So basically, in Yonsei UIC, we have 3 divisions, and if you look at the majors, there is like economics, international studies, political science, Asian studies, and every single major is written here. If you are really curious about what those majors study, for example, you don't find computer science major here, you don't find business major here, you don't find like some marketing majors here. But if you really want to know, and if you really want to know whether the UIC offers your major and your field, just go, for example, let's say international studies, and you will see program purpose. If you read this part really carefully, you will find out that what this major is really about. This is really important because there are some like quantitative risk management, creative technology management majors. You might wonder what this major actually is, and when you read this, when you go and read this information, you will find out that it's like IT and management, students to become global business leaders. So it's related to business and management in creative technology. So in that way, you can you can get some more information about the majors. How much are you spending on living essentials? Also, I heard that in UIC you study not in Seoul for the first year and other years in Seoul, right? Yeah, that's really good information. In the first year, like there is a city really close to Seoul, like the capital city, like 10 or 15 kilometers away from, not 15, it's around actually 20 kilometers. Yeah, there's a city called Songdo, and this is the campus, international campus that I'm talking about. And in the first year, every freshman student will study in this international campus. And how much are you spending on living essentials? So after getting the full tuition scholarship, I paid for my dorm fees before the start of the semester, and each month I'm paying for paying for my food and transportation and those like personal stuff. And if excluding dorm fees, I'm spending around $300 $400, depending on my like necessities. If I want, like, yeah, I guess you understood. Can you share this presentation? Yes, I can. Yeah, at the end of the session. And what about own project? Is it important in Korean USS? I don't get what you mean by own project. I think you're talking about passion project, own project. Yeah, like, can you clarify? Can you clarify the question? I have got the IELTS 6.5 and SAT 1310 and GPA 5 and 5.6 activities. Can I get 100% scholarship from other Korean universities? Yes, why not? Yeah, you can actually get, if you try your best and do those like application stuff and everything, like in a professional way. And also most Korean universities require students to attend interviews, and if you are able to proceed the interview stage really good, yeah, you can get a scholarship. Korea the Hawatozama. Yeah, that's actually a really good question. I know that at this point, like in last week, in Uzbekistan, in Tashkent, the air quality has been really awful, and here it's actually the opposite. It's really good here. I have a question. What kind of channel is this? What can I get from here? I am a new joiner. If you are really curious about this channel, you can go to description of the description of this channel, and there's a website, Unlock website. You can get more information from there. Dilshadbek, it's answer for you. Is Yonsei scholarship merit based or need based? Yonsei scholarship is a type of scholarship that covers full tuition, like just full tuition. It's solely based on students' application and like excellence. Of course, it should be, man. It is right next to the ocean. Yeah, that's right. It's right next to the ocean, with the major part of its being mountains, right? Can you give me online activities? The online activities to strengthen your extracurricular part. You can do some, if your major relates to that specific major, you can do some research activities, or you can do some research programs like online available, and online activities. You can do some online Olympiads, and like online activity. You don't want to do just the activity like really, how to say, really available for you, but instead you should do the activity which is like unique, like based on your experience. For example, if you see a problem in your community, like let's say some kind of agricultural problem or social problem, if you try to solve that specific problem with like creating something, it's really good for you, and it's going to be a really good extracurricular for you in your application too. Scroll up a bit and you'll see. Is it true that Korean eat dogs? Is it true that Koreans eat dogs? No, like a couple of years ago, Korean government banned like eating dogs. But yeah, that was true back then, like 5 or 40 years ago. That was true that Koreans used to eat dogs, but I'm not sure like right now. They banned it. You think all the bad air quality are in the countries that don't have borders with the ocean? Oh, yeah. There's like a huge debate going on with air quality, huh? Probably it's true. Yeah. Can you repeat your activities, please? So my activities were like, since I was a business major and like finance related major, I decided, and I advised the same to you guys. Put your major related activities and like at the top. For example, if you have two major related activities, please put it like in the first and second place in the common app list, and then you can continue by explaining or describing your other activities. My first activity was a nonprofit organization that we found, and the second one was my internship in accounting, finance, business, and the third one was leadership. And based on the level, like based on the rank, I decided to put my activities in that way. You missed one question. No, still girls heard probably. Who is this actually? F. I wonder. You got full tuition, right? Yes, I got. Do we apply for scholarship after receiving an acceptance letter? Basically, no. If you get the acceptance letter and not the scholarship letter, it means that you got into Yonsei University but without scholarship. So what you can do about this is that you can you can come here and start your first year and do really great in the first semester and apply for like external scholarship, or you will be automatically eligible for the merit-based scholarship. And if your GPA is really good, which is really hard to get here, if your GPA is really good, yeah, you can get the scholarship right after coming here. Can you tell other good universities in Korea and in Japan to apply? In Japan, like I know some universities like Tokyo University, and those universities, like you can search it from online websites. And here in Korea, you know that there are Sky universities like Seoul National University, Korean University, and Yonsei University. Apart from those, there are lots of like top 300 universities. There's like KAIST, and some other Sejong, then those universities. Is Samarkand Presidential School the best school? Yes, it is. My answer might be biased, but yeah. When will you open a modeling club, online or offline? Doesn't matter. Bro, I'm not gonna open a modeling club. Is it possible to get into medical school at Yonsei? I mean, do they accept international students to the medical school? Yonsei has a school of medicine, but this university, that college is really, I would say, their materials are in Korean. So if you have a Korean like topic level, at least 5 or 6, because that's what you need to study like those academic stuff in Korean, yeah, you can get accepted to College of Medicine in Yonsei University. But for UIC, there are some medical school based majors like biology, bioconvergence, LSPT, and those kind of majors. You can look up in the college website, and if that fits you, like you can you can give it a shot, you can give it a try and apply. But UIC is not considered as being a medical school. Have you ever regretted your choice? Nope, never. No, Korea has been covered by mountains and trees, at least from what I know. None of the cities are renowned for bad air quality. Sherzot Chuliev. Yeah, that's really right. Yes, you're right. Is it possible to apply as a first year if I already started studying at another university? Yes, you can. There are some students and there are some Uzbeks who actually did that. Like they were studying in another university and they applied to Yonsei for the fall semester again. Are Europe universities ask for the essays or extra activities? Yeah, they will ask. Did you apply for RG? So basically, did you apply? Jasmina, I think you missed the admission deadline part in my presentation. So for Yonsei UIC, there is no regular decision, there is no early decision 1, early decision 2, early action part, early action, those kind of admission deadlines. But there is actually 2 types, like for spring semester and for fall semester. And depending on your academic circumstance, you can apply for spring semester or for fall semester. Is it true that Yonsei has the baddest girls? Shit. Is it necessary to have topic certificate to get full scholarship, or IELTS is enough? For Yonsei UIC, IELTS is enough, but to get into other colleges of Yonsei and to get scholarship, I think you have to get the topic certificate. Will admission process be fully online, or should I send some more documents to delivery service? Yeah, you need to send. I've told this in my presentation too. You have to mail your documents to the main campus of the Yonsei University after you submit your online documentation. Like if you submit, for example, today, let's assume if you submit all of your documentation online today, you have 7 more days to send your documents like through mailing service, like through Pochta. How much you spend for your dorm? For one semester, there are 2 semesters in 1 year. For one semester, I spent around $700. So for 4 months. So that's basically affordable. And yeah, did you win scholarship? If yes, why do you think you won? I mean, why you got accepted? Is there any special something that you achieved that make you strong applicant? Yes, I received scholarship. I'm not sure what made admission officers to give me this full tuition scholarship, but I'm pretty sure that my application as whole had the mutual connect between every single part. For example, my extracurricular parts, my personal statement, my supplemental question, my additional information part, and my honors, everything had connection between those, between them. So it's really important to have a connection, because if your personal statement is about, let's say, for example, engineering, but in your extracurricular activities, you have done something related to business, something related to just like leadership, volunteering, but nothing related to engineering. In that way, it might show some kind of, I would say, there's no correlation between, not correlation, there's no connection between your activities, the personal statement, and honors. Actually, there should be. Is it true that you were invited to be a star in a kid run, but you... No, that's not true. Важно ли иметь личные проекты для AI, сделать бот? Yeah, it's if your major is AI based or computer science major, it's simple. It's good to have some kind of projects related to AI. Yeah, I would say yes. Bank shot qilish kerakmi? 100 grantga kirsa ham va qancha bank shot qo'yish kerak va topshirish uchun 11-sinf tugatish shartmi yoki 11-sinfda bo'lib ham topshirsa bo'ladimi? Avvalo birinchi savolga javob beraman. Ha, grantga kirsa ham bank shot qilish kerak, chunki universitetga kelgandan keyin boshqa expenselarni afford qilishni ko'rsatib berish kerak. Aynan o'sha bank shot orqali o'shani ko'rsatib bersa bo'ladi. keyin topshirish uchun 11 sinf tugatish shartmi? Yo'q, tugatish shart emas. Misol uchun o'zim ham chet universitetlarga, chet eldagi universitetlarga topshirganman 11 sinfda o'qiyotgan vaqtimda. So, menimcha Ishmurodov Zavqiddin, siz ham xuddi shunday qilasiz. Can you talk about internship? My internship was in a like in a really good private in a really good private accounting business. I spent my time. I spent 2 months there, like every week, going and learning about finance and like major related stuff. And I actually wrote like really good description about this. And yeah, is that necessary to apply with SAT to full ride? I mean, is it possible to win full ride without SAT? Without SAT, I think it's really hard to get the full ride. But if you have the SAT and if you have like a really good, decent score, yeah, you have higher chances. He said you should. Should I send some documents? Yeah, that's right, Sherzod. You should send your documents. Thanks for mentioning again. What are your academic scores that got you into Yonsei? And do you think 7.5 IELTS and 1400 SAT enough for the full ride scholarship with good access to national level honors? Yeah, it can be enough if you have the 7.5 IELTS and SAT score, and if you have really good extracurriculars and national level honors, you can get the chance. From where to apply for Korean University? Plus, can you tell me when the deadline for fall 2026? For Korean universities, most of the universities have their like application process in their own websites, but Yonsei was unique, like was exception. So Common App, they accepted my Common App. They had a like option to apply through Common App, so I did that. But other than Yonsei, like every single university like has procedures, like application related procedures in their own website. And for fall 2026, you have, please expect the deadline be around starting from February and until March. So like it might not be true, but just go to the university's application, like website and application, and you can see the exact dates there. Can you tell me what is most important for AI in Yonsei and other? Can you tell me what is most important? If you are referring to get accepted to Yonsei with like computer science major, like, I've told you enough. Like you have to get ready your personal statement first of all, and like supplemental questions, your extracurriculars and honors. And yeah, it's also the same for like all the same majors who are applying to Yonsei UIC. Did you notarize every single document? Yes, I did notarize, and I did notarize, and I did apostille all of my documents. How can I prepare for the interview? It's in 3 weeks. Oh, Mirza Ghalib, did you apply? Oh, today is Mirza Ghalib's birthday. Congratulate him. It was just a random fact, but when I entered his profile, yeah, I saw like there's gifts. If you applied for spring semester Yonsei, your interview. Yeah, okay, yes, I applied for spring semester. Your interview will be, I think, at the start of December, 12th of December. And to prepare, you just have to be able to talk in like in a conversation based like interview. You have to be able to answer some simple questions like, why do you want to study in Yonsei UIC? Why do you want to come to Korea? What can you contribute to the campus when you come to the university? Or what's your major? Like, what is your ambition? Like, why do you want to study in that specific major? If you are able to answer to those questions, yeah, it's all right. You can actually have really good interview. stage. I got studies scholarship, and but still need to pay. Can I get extra scholarship, or is it possible to get extra aid from uni? If university doesn't like give extra aid, you can just I'm not sure where to get that other 31K dollar, but you can apply to Eliord Umide. I think it's open right now. You can apply for Eliord Umide's stipendium like scholarship. And yeah, what were your honors? My honors were like just some Olympiads and yeah, some research program, research certificate. Oh yeah, we have like 10 more questions. While sending the documents, do we need to describe each one? Let's say I took part in the leadership program and did I watch? Yeah, you just attach it and send it. You don't have to like put a note explaining everything. They will just know by themselves. All majors should be good. It's a top university after all. That's right, Sherzad. And should I translate certificates written in Uzbek language? Yes, you should, because you can say like especially Korean admission officers don't know Uzbek language at all. Perhaps reserve it. Yeah, reserve it. Who is this guy actually? F. Okay, let's continue. Koreada qanday qilib exchange programlarga topshirsa bo'ladi? IELTS'im yetdi, hozircha ikkinchi kursman. Are there any programs that cover living expenses, accommodation, and flight? About exchange programs, I'm not sure, but if you're studying in a Korean university, there are so many opportunities for you to apply for exchange programs. Like after coming to Korea, there are so many opportunities. You will get so many opportunities to study in like more than 700 universities in the world. So I'm talking about Yonsei specifically. If you start your education, your bachelor's here, you will get the chance to apply for exchange programs, like get aid also. And yeah, that's really good to have this much of variety in exchange programs. Can you reveal your academic scores, please? I've already told about my academic scores. You can't waive free through. Yeah, one thing to mention when applying to Yonsei University through Common App, even though you get the application fee waiver for your Common App, Yonsei University, Yonsei UIC will not accept your fee waiver. You have to pay that amount anyways. I didn't know why they are doing this, but 2 years ago they were accepting the fee waivers. While participating in many ping pong tournaments, one gets much experience. In your case, when will you be playing for Uzbekistan national ping pong team? Thank you for that. Thank you for mentioning that. Maybe in the future. Did you take topic? If yes, no, I didn't take topic. Mirza Olive, happy birthday. Yeah, again, happy birthday. Oh, unlock discussion. You don't need. That's right, Sherzad. Do I need high school diploma to apply for, or is it possible to apply when I'm at my senior in high school? Yes, you can apply to university with your while you're studying high school. You can submit your 8th, 9th, and 10th grade scores and those transcripts, and after getting accepted, you can submit your high school diploma, which is shahadatnama in our case. Thanks. Okay. What stats will be needed to get full tuition? To get the full tuition, I would really suggest you to have at least IELTS 7 and at least 1450 SAT scores and decent extracurricular activities. Are there engineering programs for undergraduates that taught in English? Yes, there are a lot in Yonsei UIC. There is I think 1 or 2, and you can check them out in their own in the university portal. Can you explain the whole process? What do you mean by whole process? That was a lot to explain, actually. I think okay. I think time already came. Like it is 8 there in Uzbekistan. It's 12 here right now, 12:04, and it's considered to be one of the late time. And here's my roommate. Yeah. If you guys don't have any questions, we can end the session right now. Thank you everyone for attending and giving really good questions. Thank you everyone, and good luck with your application process, everyone. And if you have any questions, you can just DM me, like send me a Telegram question, like. Okay, good luck everyone. Thank you for your attendance. You can leave the session now.